everybody. We'll get started again. And it's with great pleasure I'd like to introduce Dr. Christine Kubiak, who is Operations Director at the European Clinical Research Infrastructure Network, ECRIN. She worked for 15 years in the pharmaceutical industry, in clinical development and the management of multinational trials, prior to joining ECRIN in 2006. She was involved in the preparatory stage and the development of the infrastructure. She has been a contributor to a number of international projects related to clinical trials regulation and management and collaboration within research infrastructures. She will tell us what investigators and clinical trials units can expect from ECRIN.
Thank you very much, and so good morning, everyone. And it's a real pleasure to be there, and thank you to the organizer for the opportunity to present ECRIN and give you information of what can be expected. And so I will start the presentation giving some information what is ECRIN, then how we support clinical trials, and some words also on international collaboration. And first, why there is the development of such infrastructure. And you understand that there is a need to have non-commercial trials, and this was clearly explained this morning. And in addition to this, I think that there is a need also to go for international collaboration. First, for the access to the patient, and this is really important in for example, rare disease, and to speed the recruitment of the patient, and to be sure that you have results that are applicable to most of the patients. And so also to have higher standards, shared cost, tool and practices, and as mentioned already, broad the implementation of the research outcome. Of course, those of you who already tried to implement multinational trials know that there are a lot of obstacles to do this. And the first is infrastructure lack or interoperability of the infrastructure, the regulation. We hear this morning that there will be a regulation, but still there are differences between the implementation of the directive, and this is only for clinical trials on medicinal product, but the landscape is very different if you go outside the clinical trials with medicinal product. And so we, as ECRIN, try to provide support to run multinational clinical trials. So what is ECRIN? It's a non-profit organization with now a legal status of European Research Infrastructure Consortium, which is a European legal status, and we are now supported by the contribution of the member states. Our mission is to support the conduct of multinational clinical trials by providing coordinated services from the preparation to really the implementation, the management of clinical trials. And currently we have 9 member and observer countries, and that are listed as blue countries, and with some countries that are about to join, listed in yellow, and we try to involve as many countries as possible. So now ECRIN has this legal status, but it started more than 10 years before as a project funded by the European Commission and matured through different projects until this achievement as a research infrastructure. And so we are now one of the European research infrastructure in the in the landscape, covering from the discovery to the clinical development. So we are part of this landscape of research infrastructure, and I will explain later what is the collaboration. How we are organized? So we are a distributed infrastructure, and we don't want to build from scratch, but we use the existing resources at national level. And so we have a small core team that is based in France, because France is the host country of ECRIN, and we coordinate the national partners, scientific partners, that are composed of that are networks of clinical trial units that have the capacity and the expertise to conduct and to manage clinical trials in the country. And by coordinating this capacity, we are able to cross the border and do multinational clinical trials. All these networks are organized, and they have a coordinating center or national hub in which we have one ECRIN staff called the European correspondent, so able to collaborate together. And we will see later how they are organized. And you can see here some of the examples. So the national network are organized in different ways. They have different maturities, but all are working according to the same standards and with the same procedure for a specific trial. So how, in practice, we are supporting the clinical trials. So we really provide an operational support to clinical trials. And when I say operational support, it's really the support to the sponsor or coordinating investigator, not to the investigator recruiting patient, but to the management of the study, because this is where there is a lack of expertise, and you need resources. And so we support from the preparation of the trial to the real implementation and until the end of the trial. And here you can see the different services we are providing. So in the preparation, we are providing a lot of information, and we will see later which information are necessary. Then we have a protocol review, especially in terms of methodology. So this helps also the protocol to really fit with the international standards, and also a logistical evaluation. So meaning that we try to define the best management system to be implemented based on our experience and also the countries involved. And then when the trial is funded, the organization is in place, the trial is run, and we provide the support in terms of obtaining the authorization in the different countries involved, doing the monitoring, the pharmacovigilance, and also some of centralized services like as data management. As mentioned previously, we had a European correspondent based in each of the country, and those European correspondents are really the link between all the partners, so the national scientific partners, the different countries, the sponsor, and all the relevant stakeholders. They are connected as a network, and they are really the unique contact point for the sponsors. Meaning that if you are a German investigator sponsor willing to expand to France, Spain, Portugal, you contact your European correspondent in your country speaking the same language, and this European correspondent will then organize with the other country and will define which services are needed and how to implement the services in the different country. So they provide support during the preparation, during the management of the trials, and they are really coordinating the implementation with the national partners. So in the preparation phase, they help the investigator in the preparation of the application. You know that in most of the country, the funding or the national funding cannot cross the border. So for multinational trials, now we have the Horizon 2020 program that funds multinational clinical research. So a lot of investigators willing to develop multinational trials are going to apply for these funds, and so we support them in the application process and helping them to define the best structure for their clinical trials. So input on logistical and operational component. Of course, we provide information on the regulatory requirements in the different country, if it is possible to implement such trial or not. We provide guidance on the services, and we provide assistance in the evaluation process. So, meaning that the idea of the protocols are submitted to our external scientific board, independent scientific board, that provide recommendation on how to improve the project or the protocol. And so they coordinate the selection of the different units to be used for the clinical trials. And during the implementation phase, so after the evaluation and the funding of the trial, then they are more as organizer or coordinator, but the services are provided at the national level by the CTU member of ECRIN, and working so together in a coordinated way according to same procedures. And so the European correspondent, they just organize the communication. They coordinate and implement the services in the different country, and they follow up to be sure that everything is done according to the task timelines and the procedures. So just to show how many trials ECRIN is supported. So now we have a portfolio of 37 trials, which it's not a lot, but you can see that we have a mean number of countries involved. It is 7, meaning that there are true international clinical trials. And you can see the number of trials per country. We cover all disease area because we are not oriented or in one specific disease area. We are more generic infrastructure, providing the support in the management, and we are working with so investigator network or disease-oriented network. We have also some tools to facilitate multinational trials that are available on the website, and especially, for example, a regulatory and ethical database that can help to know exactly what are the different requirements in the different countries. We have quality management system, and especially data center certification program. So rather than build data centers, we certified the data center from the different national network, and so they are certified against criteria that are published and available. So we have other tools you can see here, and go to the website for more information. We have some partnerships through collaborative projects with the other research infrastructure, and also with the investigator network. And we try really to identify their needs in terms of services, and how we can develop the services to be needed by those community. And as an example, we will start next year a project which objective is to develop the management capacity for pediatric clinical trials. So we will work really with the community, the investigator, the pediatric investigator, and develop the tools that are needed for their clinical trials. So this is some way to align the services of the research infrastructure to the needs of the community. And some words to conclude on international collaboration. Of course, ECRIN is European, but we start also to establish collaboration with other world regions in order to build more global clinical trials. And so we have some bilateral collaboration. With so Australia, with the US, Brazil, Japan, and we are also involved in multinational collaboration and in a project called ECRIN, which is the follow-up of OECD initiative regarding the collaboration, multinational collaboration to facilitate non-commercial clinical trials. And so the ECRIN project, meaning Clinical Research Initiative for Global Health, will really focus on multinational collaboration on 6 different areas covering the needs for clinical research, which are the infrastructure funding, global core competencies, research ethics, patient involvement, comparative effectiveness research, and regulatory awareness. And so the project is starting with a kickoff that is currently today and tomorrow. And so thank you very much for your attention.
And when will it be decided if Belgium will become a member of the ECRIN?
Yes, of course, we would welcome Belgium as a member in ECRIN, and we are discussing with the authority in Belgium. Belgium was part of previous project, but not yet a member.